Hello, my name is Paul Gibson. I'm the fraud detective, and today I'm not going to prove this here as being a fake, as generally I would as a inspector critic. But let's see if we can go back to. Let's change graph. Well, let's go back. Okay, here we go. Come on. I'm working in the dark. Okay, right, here we go. This here is about the Mars 1962 landing. Was it real or was it not? Was it staged? You know, because people just cannot believe just what is going on, if they're lying or not. So right here, I have a JPEG of Mars, the planet Mars, and I have a window screenshot at the very end of the Mars landing. Excuse me. So I have, you know, I got to twiddle with this, otherwise it shuts down. So this right here is a planet, and this here is a this here is a lookout out of the window of the Mars landing from I guess it was a Soviet vessel, and I guess the other guy was Italian. American, because he's speaking that, and it's what I've done. You know, I was on the same planet when they came in, and I talked to the guy on how to get up here. I gave him a Soviet ride on one of their spaceships, because sometimes you need a space rescue, and the U.S. is not always there to help you. I mean, they refuse to go, and you're stranded in deep outer space someplace. And so you have to make friends with the other side to get you out. So anyhow, he hitchhiked a ride here to Mars. And so let's go through this. I got the pixel width set up at 50 pixels. I'm going to do a comparison. Okay, we're analyzing. This right here is a picture of the planet, and it looks like it has to go through the atmosphere, and so it's kind of suppressed. And so it takes off at 520 nanometers, and on the close-up shot, it takes off at 460 nanometers down here. And this here is the light intensity to see if they're co-compatible, you know. So this one right here is going through, well, it's taking up a massive land space, and you know, this one here is closer, and we're looking at comparing the squares here. I'm at 0.4, and we're also looking through a glass window. This is the RGB, as red, green, and blue, and this, you know, purple, yellow, and what color is that? I can't distinguish it, but this here is the RGB of the entire planet, and so they look somewhat very compatible on that. Let's go and take a look at what just the sample looks like. Intensity. Okay, so you get a clear picture. We're taking off at 406 nanometers, and so this here is looking consistent with the entire planet. If you can try to eyeball that and see just where we're at, say 640, we're in the red here, and we're at 0.3 on the squares. Okay, let's go back and check the reference. Reference here is the planet. Okay, so it's doing the same thing. It's remaining off still through the blue and the green until we get up here to about 520 nanometers, and it's taking a rise. On the other one, it was taken off, I think that there was 460 or 480 right there on the green. So they're both playing out to be the same, even though it's different material. Let's change the graph again, and we'll look at the Mars surface transmittance. Now, right here, it has a good payout. Let's see, 1232 at 480 nanometers, which is green. The rest of it here is flat. So there's really something about Mars on using green lights. Now, so let me change the plot here again. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Okay, the absorbance. So right here, it's really absorbing heavy here in the blue spectrum, and it's dropping out here on the green. Now, when I was on Mars, I used a blue flashlight and a green flashlight, and the blue flashlight would just rip through the air. I mean, it sounds like, you know, that was just really ready to blow up. I didn't even know what it would do, but it would just make this ripping noise. The green would make a sizzling noise. And if you use a regular just flashlight, a clear beam, it would make a fuzzy static noise, sounding like a TV static, but much more fuzzier. And at night. So let's see. Let's go back if we can navigate here without losing the show. My space camp was right about there, where the red arrow is, and it's like I had a 2-story glass spare that would hold up to 12 people on it, and we had food accommodations through big shipping containers. We dragged up there and planted on the surface. We also had a cave there just in case we had failure. And then we also had another container there that would support life. And sometimes I stayed there for up to 3 months. I had another space explorer stayed there as a married couple who had 2 children, and it's like one of them had a deformed head about 3 feet in diameter. It looks like it was water on the brain, and the skull never developed, whether it was due to low pressure or just what, I don't know. But the guy didn't recognize the problem that the boy had severe deformity. Something what the planet did, and so this here should be enough proof to say that yes, there was a Mars 19. That's what I mean. This series is really finicky. That there was a Mars 1962 landing, and the guy on the tape at the very end of the tape says, "Thank you, Gibson." He was thanking me for getting him there. Okay, let's go back there. So you can trust that this video here is real because of the co-comparison, and I just want to show you that you can believe some things. Not everything, but you can believe some things. And during that time, I was a second grader. I was playing hooky from school because of all the mayhem and murder and genocide that was going on the planet. So that there, just makes me want to try to find a new planet to live on. And that's why I got into space exploration, but I cannot find anything up there. Most of the planets are similar to Mars, and Mars smells like a rotten rocks, and if you apply water to it, don't ever think there's going to be water to it. That there will just blow up. So it's what we did once when we were there. It would just take us forever to get to Mars, it seemed like, until we got there, and we discovered that if you compare, if you put water. If you mix water with more Mars dirt, that you get thrust, and so it's what we did. We jettisoned our fuel, and here we are on Mars, man. I mean, it's a long ways. It's a big sweat, a big gamble, but we used the Mars dirt and mixed with water, and we got five times the thrust. And there's also a landing party that came up there. We split up with them. and they were going to go to the first star. I just forgot the name of the first star to check it out, and that there was a 5-year mission. And after we used this Mars dirt, we were there and gone. You know, we could just do it there in a few hours or a few days or whatever. But 5 years later, we came back and we passed them. You know, they're coming back from that star, and we had gone to other galaxies. You know, I mean, you know, seriously, to other galaxies, and also, you know, to the Big Bang, when there's a huge sphere of fire, solar, to keep aliens out, that's made by intelligent life. And we were bringing back all the news that there's a Big Bang, and that there's black holes. And they never seen black holes until we reported back in, you know, that there was such things to hypothesize, you know, just what's going on. So, you know, I was there, and I think you hear a little small squawk on the tape, the Mars 1962 landing tape, my voice on it, because a guy does mention Gibson twice in the film, the video. So I just want to say yes, that, you know, it did happen, and you know, one thing is true. So thank you for watching, and you can you know, bet your bitsy on this one. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.